turn to the Vice Chairman, gentleman from Virginia, for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thank you for holding today's hearing. Welcome, Mr. Grimm. Thank you for joining us today. I'm pleased that this subcommittee is continuing to focus on vigorous oversight and accountability within the SEC. Today's hearing is an important reminder of the critical functions that the SEC's Division of Investment Management plays in our economy, as the SEC's mission includes a critical component of facilitating capital formation. Capital formation is crucial to the success of our economy, and as I travel across Virginia's 5th Congressional District, my district, I am regularly reminded of how our nation's small businesses and startups depend on access to private capital to be successful. I'm also regularly reminded that so often well-intended federal regulation often results in creating unnecessary costs and barriers to capital formation. As you may know, I have been a proponent of legislative initiatives that would encourage economic growth and job creation by increasing the flow of private capital to small businesses that are found on main streets all across America. Unfortunately, Dodd-Frank, in many instances, has placed a costly and unnecessary regulatory burden of SEC registration, specifically SEC registration on advisors to private equity funds, while exempting advisors to other similar funds. A bill that Representative Jim Himes and I sponsored last Congress passed the House on a bipartisan basis, and if enacted, would have eliminated this unnecessary burden and would have put private equity funds on a similar playing field as that of other similar advisors. The reality is simple. Private equity funds and their advisors did not cause a financial crisis, and I believe there is general consensus that they are not a source of systemic risk. In my district, there are literally thousands of jobs that exist because of the investment by private equity funds. I believe that the treatment in Dodd-Frank of advisors to private equity funds suggests that this committee review the overall Investment Advisors Act registration regime and look for ways to make sure that the laws in this area are in fact protecting investors and are in fact facilitating capital formation at a time when capital formation is desperately needed in places like our congressional district. I look forward to the testimony of Mr. Grimm and thank you for your appearance. Mr. Chairman, I thank you and I yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you. The gentleman yields back. And now